Every single one of these tools is on someone's best AI tools of 2026 list. So I actually tested all 6 of them on real work, not demos, each one against the baseline at the exact thing it claims to be best at. 4 of them, you can skip, but 2 of these genuinely surprised me. Let me show you exactly what happened. Here's the deal. No sponsorships, no affiliate-driven rankings. I'll tell you when a link in the description is an affiliate link, and it never changes the verdict. Every tool gets judged on 3 things. 1. Does it actually save time on real work, not in a cherry-picked demo? 2. Is it better than the free ChatGPT you probably already have? That's the bar most AI tools quietly fail. And 3. Is the free version usable, or is it just a paywall with a demo button? At the end, I'll rank all 6 and tell you the only 2 I'm still using after the test. Let's go. First, the baseline, ChatGPT. Here's how this test works. I set up 3 real tasks for my own work. Research a topic and summarize it with sources, draft a client email in a specific tone, and turn a messy document into a clean structure plan. ChatGPT ran all 3. You knew it would. The free tier got me 90% of the way there. And that's exactly why it opens the video. It sets the bar. Every other tool here gets tested against this baseline at the specific job it sells itself for. If a specialist can't clearly beat ChatGPT at its own specialty, there is no reason to switch. Remember that, because most of the next 5 tools are about to struggle with exactly that. Verdict, it's the baseline. Free version, genuinely usable. Tool number 2, Claude. The baseline's strongest rival, so this one is head-to-head. Same prompts, side by side. On the job Claude is best known for writing. The client email is where it pulled ahead. Claude wrote the subject line and the plain, human language my actual clients respond to, while ChatGPT slipped into press release mode and repeated itself. Then I threw a long, messy operations document at both, full of names, numbers, and exceptions, expecting Claude to crush it. Honest result? Both kept almost every detail. Claude kept one more name that mattered. The client contact ChatGPT dropped. Closer than the hype says. But if you write a lot for work, emails, proposals, content, the writing difference compounds every single day. Verdict, worth it if writing is your daily work. This is one of the 2. Tool 3, Perplexity. This was supposed to be the easy winner for research. Every answer comes with clickable sources, and that is genuinely the right idea. But then I ran the same research on the free ChatGPT twice on 2 different topics and checked every single citation by hand. Here's what actually happened. ChatGPT cited the official sources, the FDA, the actual pricing pages. Perplexity gave me a news article when I asked for the official source, and pinned a number on 2 citations that didn't contain it. The one feature that justified switching is something the baseline now does as well or better. Verdict, skip for most people. The research interface is nice, but nice isn't a reason to switch. Tool 4, Notion AI. If you live in Notion, the pitch is AI right where your notes are, and credit where it's due. I dumped my messy launch notes into a page and asked it to restructure, and it produced a genuinely clean plan. Phases, owners, deadlines as real Notion dates, even a list of decisions I still hadn't made. Here's the problem. The baseline produced the same quality plan for free. What Notion AI sells is placement. The answer lands inside your workspace instead of chat window. That's convenience, not capability, and it's another subscription on top. If your whole team already lives in Notion, maybe for everyone else? Verdict, sheep. Tool 5, Gamma AI presentations. I'll be honest, I expected another wrapper. Then I gave it the structured plan for my earlier test and asked for a client-ready deck. This took about 3 minutes. Doing this manually takes me an hour, minimum. And I've tried making ChatGPT do slides. You get an outline, not a deck. This is the rare case where the specialized tool beats the baseline at something the baseline genuinely can't do. The free tier gives you enough credits to actually use it, not just demo it. Verdict, worth it. That's the second one. Last one, Canva's Magic Studio. The AI image cleanup and resize tools? Genuinely useful if you were already using Canva. But I tested Magic Write, the AI writing side, with the same client email task. It came back over the word limit. Opened with the oldest cliche in email writing. Left a placeholder where the client's name goes, and used the word performance 3 times in 2 paragraphs. The free ChatGPT beat it without trying. Verdict: keep using Canva if you already do. But don't upgrade because of the AI. Cheap. Alright, the ranking, worst to best, judged on real work. 6. Canva Magic Studio, fine design features, but the AI writing lost to the free baseline. 5. Notion AI, a good restructuring engine you're paying placement for. 4. Perplexity, the research product whose reason to switch the baseline just absorbed. 3. ChatGPT, the baseline that quietly kills half this industry. And the 2 that survive the test. Gamma, because it does something the baseline genuinely can't, actual finished presentations in minutes. And number 1, Claude. The writing quality difference is real. It compounds every single day you work, and with Anthropic's newest models, even a free tier keeps pulling further ahead. Total cost of my setup after this test, $0. Both winners have free tiers you can start with today. Links in the description. Some of those are affiliate links. As you just saw, that didn't save the other 4. If this saved you from paying for the wrong tool, the next test is already in production. ChatGPT versus Claude versus Gemini. 30 days, real work, 1 winner. Subscribe so you don't miss the verdict. And if there's a hype tool you want me to put through this, drop it in the comments. I read all of them. See you in the next test.